So, hey, I'm Lewis Porter Jr. I run this lovely company called Lewis Porter Jr. Design. I've been publishing role-playing games and material like that since 2000, so it's 20 years. I mean, you can see the gray in my beard. I'm sorry I'm not shaved. Whew, I really got to shave. Sorry I'm not shaved. I've been shaved since this whole pandemic thing started, so I'm trying to see if I can grow out a beard because I have nothing else to do my bit of my time, so that's what I'm doing. So tonight I'm going to be talking about the Amazing Universe campaign setting and really what it's about and how to come about and that basic information. So really the reason that I even did the whole idea of it from beginning to end was really on the concept of I love superheroes. Love superhero genre stuff. It's one of my favorites. It's one of the most enjoyable. I thoroughly enjoy it without fail. And I just wanted to do something cool. So being a big fan of superhero stuff, I said, oh, what system is still played? Meet the Masterminds. People still love Meet the Masterminds. I supported them through their first edition that I liked a lot. And I hadn't played it in a while, hadn't done stuff for it in a while. And I was like, geez, I really want to do something kind of cool. And I love superhero stuff. So I was like, really, I should really do something really cool with superheroes. I think that would be kind of cool. But I never got to do anything cool with superheroes. So I was like, oh, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'll get to something. Maybe I won't. You know how that goes sometimes. Then you just say, oh, whatever, whatever. So here we are. Flash forward, I said, well, last year, I said, I'm going to talk about this stuff. So there's an Alpha Flight story that I wrote years and years ago that's still a valid Alpha Flight story. Real valid. I'm hoping one day I can do it with Jim's up. That's the dream. And I put up online and what I wanted to do in the concept, and it really kind of got me like creatively, my juices flowing. Like, oh, I wish I would do more stuff like this. I really like doing this kind of stuff, so I wish I would do more. And I just decided, you know what, I think I'm going to do more. I think I'm going to do that comic book world I've wanted to talk about for years and years. So I decided to write some of it down and write more of it down and then write more of it down and got developed into the setting that I'm calling, well, initially we just called the Amazing Campaign setting, but then I changed it to Amazing Universe because really it's a whole universe we're putting together. So it made more sense. And so I want to take some things I like about superheroes and then get rid of the stuff I thought was always dumb and stupid. But, once again, stuff came out in the 60s. So there's varying degrees of awesome stuff when stuff was created. So you got to take the good and the bad. But I definitely wanted to do the campaign setting with a couple things up front. The first one being that, like, when Marvel Comics did Civil War, the original Civil War, not the movie, but the comic book, it was off a really simple premise: is that should superheroes be trained? Should they be government agents? And as much as I like the idea of renegades and that, but I don't think that's really realistic. I think if we did superheroes today, starting from like today or 10 years ago or even 20 years ago, they would be government agents. They'd have a government set up. There'd be an agency for them. You'd be recruited like in the military. If you came up with powers, you get certain things for free, like you get free college education, free other stuff, because you commit yourself for 10 years of service being a superhero. So, and that was something we always tied in to the setting. We built an entire setting where you grow up, you get powers like, I would say teenage, but early teens, 15, 16, 17. Boom, you get these powers, then you go off into be a superhero. We're going to take you to college. You get the skills done. We'll train you, do military service. And there's like three major branches. You had full military service as a military academy, a science academy, and more of like a liberal arts. So if you want to think of it the best way, the liberal arts would be like Xavier or the Jean Grey School. It's open campus, that kind of feel. The more science would be like the Future Foundation from Fantastic Four, all about science, all about educating, all about getting the smartest minds together doing creative things. And the military one was the military one. And you have these three, and if you have powers, you would go to one of them. And I always said, like, it didn't matter if you had a little bit of power or mass power, you'd go to kind of think like Psychor from Babylon 5. As always, Babylon 5 will pop up in anything I talk about with gaming or comic book related, because I love Babylon 5. Plus, they did a lot of cool stuff in there. So you kind of have that going on in here. So then, like, after you graduate, you basically either choose to do service, which most of them do, and not everybody has powers. I mean, some people's powers are not like use the masterminds. Not everybody's going to be a PL 10. Some people are like PL 2. Some people are PL 4. Those guys have jobs and they do stuff. They do minor stuff over here. Some guys are PL 6 and PL 8. They have minor powers. They do stuff over here. But then, like, the 10s are the powers here, and they do superhero stuff. They do the true superhero stuff. So we kind of developed from that point of view. So there's all different people of all different levels, all different powers. that you can play in the city. And our big superhero team is called Strike Force. Strike Force is exactly like it is. It's a military strike force. It's run by the U.S. government. Strike Force One is the number one superhero team. There's several different ones. I don't know how many there are. I haven't really decided. I know that. Oh, and also the planet Earth is Earth, but I'm not. It's not. I don't think I'm gonna call the cities like the typical cities. I'm gonna do like DC, like Metropolis and Gotham. I think that to be a little safer than doing like Oakland and this with, well, I live in Oakland and this and that. I don't want to do all that stuff. I'd rather have our own cities. We name what we want and we move them around as we need to, whatever. It's much cooler have creating your own city and having its own life. It just makes it easy on a lot of things, especially on the planet. I mean, the Earth is Earth. You can call the continents the same. You can call the states the same, but the cities are not. So there you go. And that's the way I think it just works the best and it saves a lot of time. That DC was smart about that. That was a smart move. Because when you blow up Metropolis, it's not going to be the same thing if you blow up New York City or Pittsburgh or whatever. So we got this whole world built out, and they made James Strike Force, like I said. And Team One has 9 members, 9 or 10 members. Well, 9 members, no, 8 members now. 8 members now, usually 9 members. So I like big teams. I've always liked I'm very traditional when it comes to comic books. If you're going to have a team, the perfect number of teams are 4, 6. 6 is sketchy. 7, 9, 11. Those are perfect numbers. Usually odd numbers, except for the 4 or the 6. But the 4 is very special. There's only like a couple of years to do 4 very well. But mostly 7. 7, I think, is a solid number. 9 is a really big number. That's when you're getting like, ooh, it's some good stuff. But you can do cool things with 9. 3, 3, and 3. But I digress. So I just think that's a good way. And I built this thing. And so they're all over different locations. And people are soldiers in this organization for a certain amount of time, and then they retire or they get killed or they just things happen and they move out. Then other people take this place. So it's like, think of like with Green Lantern, you get somebody gets died, someone else gets the ring, now the new Green Lantern. Well, kind of, but you still like they get the new name. So there's one guy who's, for example, we have a guy. Well, one of our main characters' name is Alpha. She is the big Superman of our setting. I don't say Superman, but the Superman of our setting. She's very powerful, very strong. She just retired. She's done like 15, 20 years of this stuff. She's retired. She's got out. She's like, oh, I'm done. I've done my bid for Queen and Country, and now I'm just going to retire and do other stuff. So she went and did that. So there's an open space for a position. There's no one's been moved in. Currently, and our of it's like Greek-based, but I thought it was better for a team like this. Don't ask me why. I just thought it that way. So Alpha, the main leader of the team, is currently vacant. We have two twin brothers, Beta and Gamma, who are now, well, Beta is running it as he used to be the XL, the executive officer. Now he's the man in charge. His brother was always like they're both very powerful characters. They're both PL-16. You can buy their product. It just came out this week from DriveThruRPG. It's readily available. We are number 2. I think we're back to number 3 at in the Mutant Masterminds section. So check us out there. And they are basically running the team of the rest of the 8. I keep saying all of them. It's like 6. I get the numbers confused, or maybe 8. I got it. Whatever. That's not important right now. From there, they have a team they built up, and this team is very much like what I would think would be one part Avengers, one part Justice League. But there's some things I fundamentally want to do in the team I think was different than what most people expect. Like, number 1, I didn't want to have a team where Batman and Superman on the same team. I have a 100% fundamental problem with Batman and Superman being on the same team. And it all comes down to a couple really moments where I was like, that doesn't make any sense. So there's very often there's scenes where Superman is battling someone very tough, like Mongol from DC. Superman like in Crisis on Identity Crisis or Infinite Crisis. There's a scene where Mongol attacks Wonder Woman, Batman, Superman on the moon. Mongol attacks, and Mongol's equal to Superman and Wonder Woman. He's that level guy. And then there's Batman, the normal human being. And then Batman does something that just drove me crazy. So they're fighting, and he's tossing these guys up, like Wonder Woman and Superman, like it's no big deal. Then Batman jumps in there and tries to put him on a chokehold. And I thought to myself, I'm like, okay, Batman's a normal human at best. And let's say he's the peak guy. Say he's the best human you could ever be. Captain America, we know, is all steroided up, so he's way above that. But this guy just jumps on his back, puts his arm like, I gotcha. And I was like, this guy was going toe-to-toe with Superman. I mean, he could twitch wrong, and rip your arm off by accident. And that's what kind of said for me. I'm like, yeah, no, you must have powers to be in our setting. People without powers in our setting get hurt. And that was something I saw a long time ago in a comic book by Malibu called The Protectors. They had this one character, Night Mask. He had like no powers. His biggest, I mean, he wore this costume was just basically like, pants. Well, not pants, but they're pants and like a boot and like an open shirt. And like the guy wasn't bulletproof. He didn't even really have a weapon. And that's like, what is your superpower? And they basically, this one guy on the team, Ferret, was like, you don't have any powers. You're going to get killed up there. Please stop doing it. The guy's like, no, I can do it. 5 issue in, he gets blasted with a hole through his chest because, it's stupid if you don't have superpowers to face super dangerous people. And I always thought that was that's of course that's right. But constantly in comic books, you see people who don't have powers do stuff like that. Okay, now that being said, there's Hawkeyes and there's Black Widows, but there's they've been kind of trained, and even Batman, but still like in hand-to-hand combat, those guys are getting wiped out. They're just getting mauled. They're just getting whack, you're dead. Whack, you're dead. So I've always been one of those people like, if you're gonna do superheroes, let's do superheroes with superpowers. So that was a focus. So that's what Strike Force was. We made the Avengers and JLA. Another one that I wanted to do was a combination, of course, the Fantastic Four, still a great idea, a technology-based family that's science, and explorers, plus, Challenge of the Unknown, same exact thing on DC side. So we made Twilight Inc., and it was very much the mindset of, in the 21st century, you're going to have all these large corporations like a Google that has people like this. People have gone to the science school. Remember science school we talked about? They've gone to the science school. They've been there for a while. And now they've left the science school, and now they work in corporate America, and they just happen for a company like Twilight. And there's those kinds of stuff there, and they're exploring and doing kinds of fun stuff. So that's their focus. Get it? Get it. And that was for. And then we wanted to do kind of cool things like that you might have already seen in comics, but at the same time, make them newer, make them more modern. So our first big two teams is the Strike Force, as well as not the Strike. Well, it is Strike Force 1 and Twilight Inc. And we also have a lot of minor heroes. We did an espionage group, a three-man triplet brothers, triplets, an espionage group that was inspired from Robin. Well, actually, all the Robins from Batman. Jason Todd, Dick Grayson, and Jason Todd, Dick Grayson, and Tim Drake. I always thought it would be kind of cool because they're cool characters, but they kind of fit like Dick Grayson. I mean, Dick. You want to say Dick Grayson? Nightwing, the acrobat. Then you got the gun guy as the Red Hood. Still a good name. And then Red Robin. Never like that. Just Robin, but I get why. Now they're calling him. He has a new name now. Sparrow or something. I keep thinking Sparrow. That's not it. Something. It's some kind of bird name. Whatever. The costume is brown. I thought it was a horrible choice of color. I don't know why they don't think of better color choices. So yeah. So they got a group for them. They're kind of espionage, and so we also have a female version of them with the bad guys. So we've done the whole thing. We've made this whole entire world. It's really, really kind of cool. When the first book has come out, first products come out, and I'm happy with the sales on it. I think people like what we're doing, what we have planned. The next product, it's a throw up between two products. It might be the Amazing Universe campaign and setting planner, or it might be the Amazing Universe plot twist cards. And basically, with the plot twist cards, are little cards that we give out to people. You can give out like 1 or 2 cards, and they're like little cards that can happen during the game, good and bad. Some are positive, some are negative. You hit someone, but you put down a plot card, and it's like, oh, the plot is that this damage you does twice as much damage, or that kind of thing. So people can get them and use them and play, and it helps change a little bit, modify the game, and like really kind of cool moments. There's also drawback cards too that were like for you or against you. It all depends. So that's the kind of cool thing. You get choices for that kind of stuff. So I like it. I like that. I always like the idea of it. So we're debating about which one we're trying to do. The campaign is already done. I've worked on it personally. It's already done. It's already ready to go. The plot deck is actually with a writer who's going over and taking some edits on it, making sure it's right. So one of those two might be coming out. I don't know which one. I'm going to guess the planner, but it could be the other one. It is possible. I don't want to pick and choose and say, oh, it's this one, but it's not. But it could be. So there you go. That's kind of cool to think about it. Just one or the other. I'm not sure, but one of them is going to be. So that's cool. And then after that, we're going to be doing our next 2 heroes, Delta and Epsilon. Delta is our I always say there's three main characters in the Amazing. It's Beta, Gamma, and Delta. They've all been friends for a long time. They know each other. Epsilon too. Epsilon and Gamma are like best friends, and Beta and Delta have a good relationship. Leader. She's a warrant officer. She's got really cool powers. The power she has, I haven't talked about this before, so this is nothing new. She's like Jeffrey Maddox. Jeffrey Maddox? Madison Jeffries. Ooh, I almost missed that one. Madison Jeffries from Alpha Flight. Like, she controls metal and makes machines and robots. But I always thought it was weird that like he controlled metal, and that was all he controlled. And I was like, if you're gonna make machines, you gotta be able to control like metal and like rubber and like glass and like plastic. And I was like, ooh, we should do that. And then we did that. So she controls those four elements, so she can make lots of cool things. Like she can make battle armor, or she can make weapons, or she can make device. She's our like utility kit, Swiss Army knife kind of thing. Something built real quick, boom. We need it, she's got it, boom. We need something powered, boom, she's got it. And that's her ability. Plus, I want to give her a big battle suit to be in too. That's another thing down the road. But I digress. So there's all kinds of stuff like that you can do, and I think it's kind of cool. And Epsilon is our Captain America Wolverine / character. Nanite infused blood, Bloodshot. Yeah, we know. Everybody's doing it. We do the same thing. Nanite infused, lots of cool tricks. There's all kinds of cool stuff you can do. And he's Mr. Hand-to-Hand Combat, and the rest of the team goes on from there. So those two are going to release not this week or coming up week, but maybe the following week. And also by then, I'm hoping we're going to have some more stuff done by Mark Hart. He gave me Zeta and Theta already. I got those today. Not today. Last week. I've given them back to him today. Was I supposed to? I think I was supposed to give them back. I didn't give them back yet. But we got those done. They're laid out. Then he's going to do 2 more members of the team, because that would lead at 6. Do 2 more, and then 2 more. He's going to do Iota. Yeah, Iota and Sigma, I know he's working on now. Because in those 2, then it's going to be Psi and Tau are the last 2 of the group. So there's 11 people in our group. Because Alpha's missing, besides 10. So we're going to do those. We'll get those. Anthony's going to give me the art on those pretty soon. I sent him over the artwork for Zeta and Theta, which I'm hoping to see back soon on those. That'll be kind of cool. And when we see them back, we'll put them up online. We'll put them up, of course, at the Mutants and Masterminds Facebook page. But we're also going to put them up at our Patreon. Yes, that's something else that I didn't tell people yet. We have a Patreon. We're really kind of just still building it. We're not actually putting, there's a lot of stuff on there already, but we're not really pushing it out yet. We're not pushing our Patreon yet. We are just talking about just getting stuff on it, putting cool things. So when you come to it, in probably a month, there's already cool stuff there. Stuff you can download, stuff you can find only available there. Maybe videos even like this if you haven't seen it before. So there's all kinds of stuff you'll be able to see and check out, and that's the kind of cool part. So I'm very happy about that. We'll hope to see if this video gets saved, because I'm still kind of doing this. We'll see. But okay, well, I guess that's it. People are busy, but I am glad who came. I really appreciate that. No one had any questions, which is kind of sad. I was hoping for some questions. I mean, I would have said anything. I would have told you all the good stuff, but I understand. We'll probably set up another one of these later on. We get more involved. I'll probably have a lot of the people who work for me come on and answer questions and make it more interesting. But thank you so much for taking the time out to check out this thing we had. We really appreciate that. I'm going to go and relax because it's been a long weekend. We're still dealing with the pandemic, of course, so this might be years from now when you see this, so you know what's going on. But thank you so much. We really appreciate that. If you have any questions, make sure you check us out on the Facebook Mutants Masterminds page. We're there, or you can go by the website, lpjdesign.com. And I'm Louis Porter Jr., and I hope to see you soon enjoying our stuff. Talk to y'all later.